Morning.
Morning. How's it going?
Sorry I'm late, y'all.
I know. Gonna give me a courtesy. Appreciate that.
Damn, there's a lot of folks out here. That was I need somebody to spin this around. We're gonna clean some carpet this morning. Everybody come over here. You're an assistant for Nick. Nick, I want you to train as you're performing, okay? Does that make sense? So this is commercial. I want you to teach us commercial only.
Okay, so 5 scoops of bio and 2 scoops of grout is typical carpet.
Okay, let's get our bio and see if the judge says that too. All right, so mixing guide. Your inline sprayer, we run a 4-to-1. This is a 4-to-1, okay? You're gonna see a 4-to-1 and an 8-to-1. Always look at the 4-to-1 because that's how this mixes every one of our inline sprayers. So 6 to 10 ounces. What size is a scoop?
2 ounces.
2 ounces. So 2 ounces in 10, how many times does that go?
5.
5 times, so you got 5 scoops. Who knows what a solvent is?
Anything that dilutes.
A solvent breaks down oils. So he's doing 5 scoops of BioPro 10K because that's what it recommends on the dirtiest side of things.
Since
and he'll do
chemical in there, I'm gonna wash it out first.
no.
No.
Why did I say no? Anybody have a suggestion why?
Wasting chemicals.
Because everything that we have
Goes together.
will reactivate and goes together unless you're using an acid. So don't put Flex, the powder Flex in there, and don't put Viper Renew.
Don't put Viper Renew in the sprayer anyway.
Yeah, true story. So all you're gonna do is just stack what you got in there and it's gonna reactivate and it'll be even stronger. The product that's in there is probably dead anyway. So you got, oh, well, that ain't dead. So 5 scoops of BioPro 10K, 1 scoop of grout when you're doing commercial restaurants. If you're not doing a restaurant and you're just going to do like what Clint's doing today, you don't need a grout master. Yeah, the BioPro, really honestly, you could go down to just 3 scoops.
I like to mix it up a little bit before, so when I fill it up with water, it's already...
Agreed. That's a great tip, so let's do it that way. And this is how you train. You're gonna go slower, but you keep your team right beside you and you walk them through the process. But instead of him doing it, he's gonna have the person that's not done it before do it. Y'all notice anytime I'm training, I'm not actually doing the work. It's not because I'm lazy, it's because if you don't do it and put it into practice, I saw that wink. If you don't put it into practice, then you're not gonna absorb it as well. You can learn multiple different ways, and hands-on is definitely a strong learning tool. Let Ontario do the figure 8 because he's probably the newest.
No. You just throw it over Throw it over this. I'll let that. Yeah.
Yep.
Make it
There you go.
There you go, a little shorter like that.
All right, we're going to the conference room.
I would move everything out of this room but this table. So I'd move all the chairs out of here, all the tables.
So this is your restaurant. So let's talk it like it's a restaurant in here. You're correct if this was what we were doing in this setting. This is a restaurant. This is a big buffet table. This is all of the restaurant. You don't have this hallway to move stuff into. So what are we gonna do?
Move everything to one side of the room, clean the empty side of the room, then move everything to the other side of the room.
I'm totally okay with that. Good job. All right, so for sake of time, we're gonna clean this side, all right? We're not gonna clean this whole room. All right, so you hooked up? So he's hooked up his inline sprayer. When you hook up your inline sprayer and you're starting for the first time, go ahead and leave it turned off. Because if someone left that thing at 1200 PSI and you kick the machine on, it's gonna blow through there and hit that block, and that block is only made for 400 PSI per specs, but if you're turn the pump pressure down before you click it over and it hits your block. Does that make sense? Okay, let's run outside and keep going. So we got everything clear. Anytime that you're about to go clean, your wand, your zipper, whatever tool you're using, you should always check and make sure that it looks like it's in good working order. Good working order is we're looking at our glides to see if they're stopped up, because that right there is going to keep you from being able to extract what you need to extract effectively. And then we need to make sure these are spinning freely, and they feel to be doing so. So because I saw that stuff in the glide, and y'all are notorious for not cleaning this thing out, I am going to check it. We used to have a tool that goes right here. This tool's missing, and this is why you need to know what's supposed to be on your truck and what is supposed to be normal, because when you start losing parts, now it takes extra effort. Now I gotta go to the tool bag. I gotta go to the tool bag and get an Allen wrench so that I can disconnect these 4 bolts. And this should not be just Steven's job. This is all of y'all's job, because this is what y'all use. So do you care about the quality of your work? Do you care about having nice tools and equipment, or do you not? That's what it boils down to. So we've got some trash. Everybody look on the front side behind the zipper. This is not as bad as I have seen it before, but it's definitely something that needs to be cleaned. So in the tool bag, you've got tweezers. You're gonna pull that out with those tweezers. You're gonna put some gloves on to do it. I'm gonna just be a dirty plumber today and pull it out because I don't wanna take the time to pull the gloves off. And then everybody's gonna give me a high five because I'm having to do this. So here's what you're gonna do. You grab these right here. You reach down in there and you pull out all this crap. So when I go and put this back on, again, if this is your first time to use it for the night or your shift or whatever, check it. Because almost every time that I've gone to use this, it has been packed full of hair, and I'd have done a poor quality job and left the carpets too wet for my customer if I hadn't have checked it. All right, if you noticed, I didn't crank it down. It was just bump tight, because once I got all 4 of them, it was gonna be fine. So I'll hook the vacuum up and that'll take care of it. All right, so this is ready to go. He was struggling. I don't know if anybody else noticed it but me, but I'm like, that is not normal. He should not have to pull that tight. So he was pulling and it's difficult. This is because this is not, but that's what's happening. Because nobody was paying attention. He's too new to know it's not supposed to be hard pulling off the reel. Come and look and realize that we're eating up our hose right there. Not only that, we're taking the paint off the reel. And that's because whoever put this up didn't put their second strap, and now it's all loose and dangling. So this will have to be adjusted before you go do your job today.
Well, first I'm with the engage pump and ignition.
Okay.
So left and then right on this key.
Got choke.
No, this is
I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whoa. Hold on, you're getting nervous. All right. Don't do like Nick. So look, he knows we're all staring. So tell it, you put this one backwards, so you did that with this one, and then you cranked the key. Because it was the first crank, he pulled the choke out, so it'd get past being cold. Then, when it's like, that's when you push the choke in. Now, you don't do nothing else, you just let it sit here and warm up for a second. What's your next thing you're gonna do? Don't do it, tell me.
I'm gonna turn all these off.
No. This is why we're going through this. All right, now that all of my fluids in the engine have kind of moved around, the oils and all of that, that's why you sit here and let this thing warm up. But I'm going to go to my demand pump because I need water to feed my machine before I turn my machine pump on. So crank it, vacuum, demand pump, pressure pump. Whoever turned it off did what they should have because we're sitting around 300. All right, I need to pre-spray. Where do we pre-spray? 500's okay, but 400's what it's designed for. If you're cleaning carpet, you can kick it to 500 and pre-spray because then you can change right over to the carpet one and start cleaning. We're going to be cleaning at 1,000 PSI with the zipper. So I'm going to go to 400 to pre-spray because that's what the inline sprayer is designed to do, pre-spray at 400. I have to come back out to adjust, so I might as well pre-spray at the inline sprayer specifications. Plug your whip up. I'm going to turn my heat on. How does the heat switch work when the vacuum is plugged in? You have to have this hooked up for it to operate. Let's go pre-spray. If your wine is not cleaning and that's not spraying, then you're not making money. Right now, everything else is prep work, so it's eating into your profits. Don't go past the table. Stay from the table to this wall.
In the middle?
Get a little closer so you're not hitting your base, like to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Not that close. Yeah, there you go. You can control it better.
All right, real quick, let's talk about that. Where does people walk?
In the middle?
Right through the middle of the room.
Yeah, so you don't have to spray it up against the edge.
Hot water, this hot water will clean very, very well. So if you don't have grease, like you can look at our room with the chairs moved. This looks like fresh carpet right here. So you can avoid having to put chemical here. And you can really, if your chemical doesn't start until about right here going that way, then it's gonna look fantastic when you get done cleaning, because your hot water is gonna rinse the dust that settled on this carpet. Now, if you're in a restaurant and it's by a table, there might be some spills, so go ahead and get right next to it. But in most settings, right next to the baseboard is gonna just be dust, and it will come up with hot water.
Do kind of a rainbow pattern in the middle.
So I don't want you to think you have to do a rainbow pattern, but that's how he's describing, because that's how the shape of his arm moves around his body. Make sure you're overlapping and make sure everything is getting consistent chemical on it, outside of the fact that you don't have to spray right next to this baseboard. Unless you see it's next to a table and there's spills and it looks like there's a bunch of soiling in it.
I've never used a zipper before.
Okay, so I'll take over then. So instead of bringing this up, the zipper acts like a lawnmower. We disconnect, we reconnect to the zipper. I am at this point going to open up my cutoff valve for the zipper, because now I'm saving my cutoff valve at 1,000 PSI resistance. He's going to turn the pressure up, and he's going to watch his dial hit 1,000 PSI. I got to remember if I can remember how to make the hose work. My partner is going to look and he's going to let me know if it's all spraying. So let me know if it's spraying, Nick. And all right, test it. I'm not going to sit here and trigger it because I got a whole lot of something just spinning in one place. I'm going to move, then pull my trigger. If this is really dirty car, I haven't vacuumed yet. Hold on one second. I would typically move all the way through, which is actually what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. If this is super dirty, very greasy, then I'm going to slow it down. I just adjust to whatever I'm doing. So I'm going to go up. In a restaurant setting, this is slightly too fast. You want to act like you're just strolling. This is perfect speed in a restaurant setting. Look at your carpet. If it's not getting clean, then slow it down. All right, are you back in your lane? Okay. Very important to remember where your lane was when you're cleaning carpet like this. Otherwise, you're leaving chemical on the floor. All right, don't just sit in one place with this spinning because you'll flood the carpet out. Stop real quick, Ontario. You see this? That's because you set there. This is 1,000 PSI and it's dumping 5 gallons per minute at 1,000 PSI. That's why it got wet so quick in that area. Anytime the trigger's pulled, you have to be moving. All right, what do we do now? Dry strokes, exact same way. Forward and back on itself.
PSI.
More PSI. You're gonna blast through. I bought this when I was doing the and they had some shit cleaner before we got it, and I was peeling off years of grease on the carpet. And we were going over the carpet 2-3 times, pre-spraying 2-3 times, and I still had streaks because all I had was a wind. I bought this, we would clean it twice and it looked like the carpet was brand new. And it's because I had 1,200 PSI blasting it. And I was a whole lot less fatigued and a lot less sweaty at the end of that cleaning. This is going to be the quickest thing to use though, because then you're not dragging a tape measure across the floor. This button right here resets it. So click this button and whatever you're measuring, you're gonna get length and width. So if I'm measuring what I just cleaned here, which was from this plug to that wall and the edge of this table, I'm gonna look at my plug right there, and I'm gonna walk down this way. Make sure your wheels are spinning, because if they're not spinning, you're not moving the tape measure. And I'm gonna look at it, and it's going to say 21. I'm looking at the black dials, not the white dial. Now, if the white dial, after I've looked at the black ones, is 6 or higher, I'm rounding up the black ones. So it says 21 and 2 inches. I'm staying at 21. If it said 21 and 6 inches, I'm going to 22. All right, so now I'm gonna click it again after I wrote down my 21, and then I get this edge. And it's 9 and 7 inches, 9 feet 7 inches, so that's gonna be 10 feet. So I've got 21 times 10. So I got 210 square feet that we just cleaned, okay? Then I'm going to put it into House Call Pro, and it's going to do the math for me if I didn't want to do the math. Now this is going to drop the temperature on the machine as I start to clean, because I'm just pulling water through it, cooling everything off. Now I'm going to spray right at my jet head. So I got 4 of them, right? All right, now I'm ready to shut down. Pressure pump on the machine, fresh water pump. Then I'm going to let it idle just for a second. And I'm gonna keep cleaning up and putting up while it's idling, then I'll come turn it off. Now here's one thing, y'all spin it way back. It's not necessary to spin it so far that I have to do about 5 rotations just to get it to start moving my needle. It's unnecessary, you ain't gotta get it that far off. What's our sequence of shutting down? We just came out, everything's hooked up and it's running loud.
First you turn this off, then this off.
No.
Oh wait, no. You hook the vacuum hose up. Step 1 is turn this off.
Correct. Then what's next? After I've cleaned my tools now, I cut my heat and then I clean my tools. Then what am I turning off? So the pump, then the demand pump.
No.
Okay.
Pressure down, then you.
Pressure's already down. Pressure's already down, guys. Pressure's already down. We're not. All right. Let's say it again. I'm teaching bad.
Okay. So,
Vacuum's on. You killed your heat.
okay. Then you turn this off. Take your vacuum out.
Vacuum's off. You killed your heat. You cleaned your tools. Now adjust your pressure.
Yeah, adjust the pressure down to 300. Anything below is unnecessary. Turn this off and then this off.
And then you throttle down. All right, any questions? Y'all know how to use the zipper. What PSI are we running the zipper at? 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, depending on how nasty the carpet is. If you're at a hotel doing a hallway, 1,000. You don't need 1,200 in a hotel.